You are not sleepy, yet your jaw stretches wide. This feels like the body gasping for air, as if it were suffocating. We have long assumed that frequent yawning serves as a desperate attempt to pull more oxygen into a depleted bloodstream. This biological dashboard illustrates the reality. In healthy adults, oxygen saturation remains securely pegged at 99% during a yawn. Your lungs are already functioning at peak capacity. Because the respiratory system is working perfectly, that heavy intake of breath represents a misdiagnosed error code. To quiet the reflex, we have to identify 5 specific lifestyle triggers and apply a breathing technique that bypasses the cycle. This jaw stretch serves as an urgent neurological warning signal sent directly from the brain. Shifting the focus away from the chest and into the skull reveals the true mechanical purpose of the movement. This cross-section shows how the yawn acts as a biological thermostat. The rush of ambient air cools the blood vessels in the palate, lowering the temperature of an overheating brain. This sudden drop in cranial temperature forces an immediate spike in neurological alertness. Biologists refer to this as state shifting. State shifting is the process where the brain forcibly alters its current operational mode to maintain focus when it begins to drift. The deep inhalation functions as a forced hardware reboot to jolt the nervous system awake. Modern lifestyle habits constantly push the brain into these manual reboots. The first trigger is sleep debt. An accumulated lack of quality rest causes the brain to cycle through reset reflexes to remain functional. Second is mental fatigue. Prolonged, unbroken focus on digital screens drains cognitive energy, prompting the cooling reflex. Third is low stimulation. In environments of extreme boredom, the brain artificially manufactures its own wakefulness. This overlay shows our fourth trigger, stress and anxiety. Psychological pressure creates erratic heart rate spikes that physically disrupt your natural breathing rhythms. Finally, we have post-meal drowsiness. The heavy metabolic demands of digestion divert energy, leaving the brain in a low-power state. Occasional system alerts are a perfectly natural part of biology. However, chronic repetition usually suggests a much deeper issue. Extreme daytime sleepiness and constant fatigue serve as red flags for underlying sleep disorders that a simple yawn cannot fix. Relying on these triggers without making adjustments leads to a cycle of repetitive resetting, signaling that the body's underlying needs remain unmet. Clearing these biological error codes requires a set of specific, actionable protocols. This optimization screen highlights the foundational fixes. Maintaining a consistent 7 to 8 hour sleep schedule and preventing dehydration keeps the brain's cooling needs to a minimum. Midday fixes include taking mandatory screen breaks and using short bursts of movement to manually boost alertness. To stop a yawn as it begins, you can engage in slow, deep, intentional breathing. This controlled rhythm stabilizes the nervous system. It signals to the brain that the environment is regulated and a hardware reboot is no longer necessary. Excessive yawning is the body communicating its current capacity. Effectively managing your energy and stress levels is the only way to answer the alert.